Yeah, hi, here is Elizabeth, your expert mind coach. And what type of a relationship are you in? I'm not really looking at the option of whether you are dating, you're married, you're whatever, but what type of a relationship are you in? Be it with your family, with your partner, with your children. Is it a relationship that is productive, that is bringing the best out of you, that is supportive, that has a support system, or is it a relationship that you are clinging onto, but it is you, more or less, who is making the bigger effort to make things work? Now, if you have a partner that is not supportive of what you are doing, then this is a relationship that you really need to review exactly where it is going. Because for me, a relationship must be that we are all working to be successful. We came together, we're two human beings, two entities, and each one of us have our dreams, right? So if my partner's dream was to do something, I would be supportive of that person's dream, to see it, that person's project, of seeing it working out. I'd be there for them when things are not working. I'd be the one that is offering the consoling them, and trying to get them, to motivate them, and also trying to find ways and means of how I can also be supportive of that, that things work out. But if you have a partner, for example, that is not supportive, on the contrary, the partner is one that is out to destroy you, the sabotaging, because the partner themselves, they are insecure in themselves, so they do not want to see you rise up, before them. We already spoke about this in another podcast, where I was talking about people who are themselves insecure, who suffer from self-doubt, who have anxiety issues. So they take whatever they have and transport it to you and expect that you take ownership of this, or you embrace this. Now, this type of a person has his own agenda or her own agenda, and if they're not supportive for you and your plans, then here again, like I said, we need to sit down and really discuss what are the concrete problems here. It can't be that the project that I'm doing is the one that is causing, that is bad. It can also be that you are suffering from your own anxieties and your own, jealousy. I've also got couples that the partner is jealous that the other partner is successful, or even families. I come from a family that it is very difficult for us to celebrate each other's success. On the contrary, we want to see and celebrate the downfalls of each other. So you need to really review exactly in what type of a relationship I am in, and based on that, consider that you're in a tug of war. You're holding a rope tight, and you're looking at your fingers. It is starting to bleed. It is starting to be sore. You need to really consider: must I continue holding this tug of war rope with all this pain? At one point in time, you will have to find a space where you say, here and not further. If you find that you are in a relationship where it is only you making those efforts, it is only you who is trying to keep up this relationship to work, and the other person's efforts in this is only basically making it much more difficult for you, then here is a point. Here's the thing: you need to review whether it is something I need to continue with, because a healthy relationship meets always halfway. A healthy relationship is one that the partner is happy because the other partner is also happy. The other partner is achieving whatever their dreams are. Now, that is very important. But if your partner is somebody that is jealous, that is lacking support, a person that is would like not you succeed, but would like that they are succeeding, that they are listening to them being praised all the time, they cannot handle your successes, they cannot handle your fame, then this is not a healthy relationship. It is a healthy relationship when, if you draw a line and you put something in the middle and you find yourself always going on the other, your body is kind of stretched to from your half to practically the end of the other side of the rope, then here there is something wrong. You need to stop and reflect on this relationship, because a healthy relationship, people meet in the middle. People do things together in the middle. And if you're doing things together in the middle, this is where now we come in. You look for positivity, around it, which basically means that if I am starting on a project, I know that I was starting, for example, on my project with offering the online classes. This is something that I've been dreaming of doing. I went, got my license, did my qualifications for it, and now I gave myself a deadline. It has to come out. My online classes has to come out, has to be on the market for people to take advantage of. Now, you start with, you do not have a plan, you do not have an idea, but the person that was very supportive, of course, was my husband. He never said a word about, God, that looks chaotic. Oh, I'm not sure whether that is going to work out. Oh, are you sure you really want to do that? No, I wouldn't do that. You have to know that for yourself. No, on the contrary, anytime I needed something, he made sure that something that I needed was there. Never mind, he never understood what it was. He'd bring it with a lot of question marks on his head. I could see the question marks on his head, couldn't answer them because I'm not at that time in a position to answer. But the support was there, 100%, and my family as well. So you need to have success. You need a support system. If they are not supportive, then you need to really review exactly why are they not supportive. And if you find out that the reasons for them not being supportive is things like their fears, is things like their anxieties, then you need to really review if it is something realistic that you want to do and it is damaging you. Then this is the point in time where you say you need to make space by coming to a decision and just cutting off this, let me just say, this negative or unhealthy relationship. Because in the process of you disconnecting with this negative relationship, you already make space for bigger opportunities for yourself. Because if it was a realistic thing, then this is something that is going to have its positive place somewhere on this planet. So the minute that you break off from all these negativities, the vibes that are not bringing you forward, you're going to be very surprised as to just how much positivities and opportunities you are going to be attracting. The minute that you stick to this relationship that is actually self-defeating, that is not developing you, is not taking you forward, you are blocking all other opportunities that would be open to you. So always try to think of, looking at how is this relationship helping me? How am I helping this person? Am I adding value to this person's life, or are they adding value to my life? And if you find that there is a disconnect, there is a gap there, and it is one that you've put on the table, you've discussed about it, and you're just finding that you're not getting anywhere with it, then it's a question of whether how much more can you take, because every other year, 366 and a quarter days go, and you go and you're 1 year older. That's what you should look at it. And 1 year older is 1 year opportunity missed again. So passion is something that somebody cannot stop you from having. If you have it, do what you want to do. If you see that you have a partner that is supporting you, the best thing that can happen to you. But if you find that your partner is not supporting you, is not supportive for what you are trying to do, and is always bringing, petty little reasons as to why that is not going to happen, then this is a relationship that definitely somebody else has agenda for you to keep you there where you are, and to make sure that you never go above where they are, right? Because they are seeing that they seem to think that this is a competition, whereas you are seeing it as it's an opportunity that I would like to take advantage of. So if that is what you have, the relationship, one opportunity, one competition, then it is something that you really need to review and to decide for yourself if you really want to continue with it or not. So that is basically about how people support one another in a relationship, how you can be able to determine whether this relationship is one that is taking you somewhere or it is destroying you. It's a relationship that you are both progressing. That means that where you started looks different from where you are right now, both of you. Then if that is not the case, then most likely you will actually have to think of doing a cut and looking at how best you can go different ways forward. So if you like the podcast, please share it around, give it a comment, and also looking forward to hear what you would like to hear from me in terms of personal development. So that's all for today, and remember to visit my website, www.horleman, HORLEMANN -Elizabeth.com. Thank you.